In 1991, Niall Short was losing badly, so he marches king straight into the attack. It won him the game, and in this video I'm going to show you that game and 2 other crazy chess games, so make sure to keep watching. Okay, so the first game is the king walk. Niall Short versus Tim Ann. Short starts off the game with e4, classic, most popular move, and then black decides to go for the Alekhine defense. This is my personal favorite. Usually after this, people either go for e5 or they'll just develop normally. And white decides to go for e5. This is the main line. The main move for black here is to go to d5, and that's what black plays. Then white decides to go for d4. This is one of the most popular moves. Another popular move is c4, but white didn't play that. And black played d6, trying to trade off the pawns here. White doesn't take. White just develops normally, and then black goes g6 here. Black's probably gonna fianchetto later. White decides to go bishop to c4, targeting this knight, and then black of course moves away, and then white goes back, and then black fianchettos the bishop. Like I said, white goes queen to e2. This is not the most popular line, but this is a somewhat popular line. And yeah, after this, black develops their other knight, and white castles, getting the king to safety. And then after white castles, black goes ahead and castles too. So yeah, so now white plays h3, which eliminates the threat of bishop coming out here and pinning the knight. So that's a good move by white. And then black goes a5, starting a little queenside attack. And white responds by going a4, stopping the pawn in its tracks. And then black finally goes ahead and takes the pawn. So there's some trading in the center. And then knight to d4, that's a brave move. And it's attacking the queen, also targeting the bishop, but it's also targeting the knight, and white just trades it off like that. And then white goes rook e1 here. White might be trying to go and protect this pawn here, and black stops it from going any further. White brings out the knight, black brings out their knight, and yeah, so now black's offering a queen trade. It's actually a tricky position here. Yeah, so actually you shouldn't take here. You shouldn't trade because you have more space, and black doesn't have a lot of space. So black wants to trade, but you shouldn't trade. And so yeah, white does the right thing. White plays bishop to c4, and he doesn't move the bishop. Black takes, white takes back. Rook d1 is a good move because of this nice open file. And then now queen h4. So here white is moving over the queen for an attack, and this is gonna have a pretty big impact on the rest of the game. Stockfish doesn't like it. See, the valuation jumped way down. White's preparing a massive attack on black's king. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, b6. White targets black's queen there, and oh, now white's going in for the bishop trade, but black doesn't want it. And oh yeah, white's trying to trade a lot of pieces right now, which is really good. And white has a massive advantage here, 3 points in the valuation, but black doesn't trade, and yeah, not that much happens. Oh, the bishops, they trade bishops, so that's something. And white's going in for the attack, black's trying to defend, and then yeah, white plays h4. Yeah, this diagonal is really important here. Black has both their bishop and their queen lined up on it, and then now white is absolutely dominating here. Yeah, h5 was a big blunder. You see how the valuation just shot up. And after that, white plays king to h2. This looks like a defensive move, but actually it's not, because now white proceeds to walk the king up the board all the way, and black takes the rook, but it doesn't matter because white walks the king all the way up, because white walked the king all the way up, and yeah, black can't do anything, and black just moves the bishop and then checkmate. So white walked her king all the way up the board and got the checkmate. So that was a crazy game. This next game is Anand versus Topalov. This game was during the 2010 World Championship. Topalov won game 1, and so there's massive pressure for Anand on game 2. And so it's a Queen's Gambit. Anand was playing a Queen's Gambit, and so Anand's down a pawn. Alright? If we keep playing, yeah, Anand doesn't get that pawn back. He's just down a pawn. White is down a pawn. Yeah, so Topalov is up a pawn. If we go forward a little bit, the computer says that it's pretty even. So Anand needs to lock in and come back from, because right now it looks like Topalov is going to win, right? Topalov, I mean, it's almost equal, which is what black wants out of the opening. So he has that, and he's also up a pawn. So it looks like Topalov is going to win here. And this is the World Championship. The championship is on the ropes here. And move 15, Anand offers a queen trade, and black accepts it. So Topalov takes, and they trade queen, and Anand actually made the mistake of taking with the pawn. Yeah, and Topalov has a little advantage here. Alright, he's winning by a little bit. But if we go on to move 30, no, not there. But as the game goes on, okay guys, I had to switch cameras because my other camera's just so laggy. Anyways, I was making a lot of mistakes, and then Anand is making a W comeback. Right, he's winning a lot. He's winning more. And this was not a very good rook move by Topalov. And that was also not a very good move. And so now, look at that. Look at the advantage Anand has. And then, after that trade, white just keeps winning. White just keeps winning. Like, black is just doing so poorly and white is doing so great. Not to glaze, but white is making such a comeback right now. Up 5 points. And now white's about to get a queen. So, and now Topalov, I think Topalov resigned here. Yeah, and Anand won. Yeah, so really Anand won the game here because of this like super clutch passed pawn. And if the game went on, Anand would win 100% because his king is going to stop these pawns. His king is going to stop this pawn from promoting, and so this pawn. So black doesn't have much, like, any way to win, and white's just going to move the king up and then pretty much just promote the pawn, and black can't do pretty much anything at all. So yeah, Anand made a great comeback. Actually, I don't feel like doing the third game. I need to go to bed. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Get my course in the link in the description. First 50 people get 25% off. If you don't gain at least 100 rating points, in 28 days. Then you get your money back. Bye.